We are continuing our coverage of that devastating, deadly flood in central Texas. The death toll has reached 110, with Kerr County experiencing the most fatalities, including 30 children. And in that county, 161 people still missing, including 5 girls and a counselor from Camp Mystic. Statewide, more than 170 people are missing. Rescue crews have saved more than 850 survivors so far. We do know Travis County reported 7 deaths and infrastructure damage, while Kendall County had 7 deaths. Burnett County is reporting 5, Williamson County 3, and Tom County 1. Our team coverage continues tonight for you from Kerr County with anchor Caroline Collins. Caroline, you've been learning more about some of the volunteer efforts that are taking place there.
Rashi, it's remarkable to see how many volunteers from all over Texas are right here in Kerr County helping in any way that they can. I actually just walked into a restaurant not too long ago to get some food. Met a group from Houston who is just here helping in the search. They're organizing on Facebook, but today it was really tough because we went to this RV park where so many people lost their entire lives when that flooding came rushing through. It was a very traumatic experience. There's nothing left, and it was there that there were cadaver dogs and volunteers helping search the riverbanks for anything that they could find. They were taking leads, or if they saw big cars or big piles of debris, they would kind of clear what they could, have the dogs sniff around, and then they would know whether or not there could be a sign of a human being or even a large animal that would be underneath that debris, which is so sad to think about. But I did talk with one of those volunteers. Here's what she had to say.
We're usually having multiple dogs checked just in case we have to dig deep, you know what I mean? We got told by the Ingram Fire Department that they have found a lot of armadillos today. So I guess they're just digging a little, and we're still poking around and, you know, making sure, like, as much as we can that nothing's there when the dogs do alert.
I'm sure this is very emotional and hard on both of you.
Especially growing up down here and seeing it like this now is devastating.
And that's the thing. This is where so many people grew up and have such fond memories. And to see their community ravaged by this floodwater is incomprehensible. Now, right now, we're standing on the riverbank, but we're pretty high up. Just to my right, there's a building that got so much damage because of those floodwaters that ripped through here. And again, we're standing at what feels like such a high elevation from the river, so that just kind of puts into scope how the river overflowed so much and the water came so fast. I mean, we're talking it rose 30 feet in some areas in an hour, or 28 feet in 20 minutes. You can, once you're here and you see it, you can understand how the devastation is so widespread and deadly.
Well, Caroline, I was going to say that just personally going to stores to get some supplies to donate, there's so many people wanting to donate and doing just that. And there are plans for people to go out there to give a lot of those donations. Tell me how much that could be helping, because 161 people still missing. There's such a long road ahead for these first responders and really everybody that is helping out there.
Well, that's exactly right, Rashi, and that's why on fox26houston.com and Fox Local, you're going to find information with how the Fox company, our Fox family, is giving back, along with the Salvation Army and the Red Cross and so many great organizations that provide funding to make sure that this community is taken care of in a time of need. We've seen those HEB disaster trucks coming on into town, and other organizations that provide food for first responders. So it truly is not only a community effort, it's a state effort, it's a federal effort. There are, first responders on the local, state, and federal level that is helping out here, and they need taken care of as well. So any legitimate way that you can donate is always good. So again, go to Fox Local and make sure to look for our article, which explains how you can either donate to our program, where we're giving 100% of the proceeds to help with the flooding victims here, or other legitimate organizations that will make sure that that money goes to good use. Rashi.
All right, Caroline Collins reporting live for us there in Kerrville. Thank you.